big loophole Buhari's medical trip reveals about his government, this time as protest goes on. President Muhammadu Buhari has traveled to London in the United Kingdom for medical care as he usually do before now. It was said that the president would spend about 2 weeks in London before coming back to the country. As strange as it is, Buhari, for reasons best known to him, did not hand over power to his vice president, Professor Yemi Osibanjo, as required by the Nigerian law. But that is not the major headache for Nigerians. There is something more important to Nigerians that they feel should not be treated with levity. That reality was made even clearer this time around as President Buhari left Nigeria for medical care in the UK again. That move opens up a big loophole in Buhari's government since taking over power in 2015. What is the loophole Buhari's medical trip revealed about his government? Well, it revealed the sad reality that Buhari's government has failed to build a good healthcare system in Nigeria after almost 6 years in power. This is the major things that annoys many Nigerians and makes them feel disappointed about Buhari's government. In fact, many Nigerians are angry with President Buhari for taking good care of himself and his family abroad while leaving other Nigerians with a very poor healthcare facility system that he and his family cannot proudly use as Nigerians. When Buhari came to power in 2015, after making several promises, Nigerians had high hopes that he would deliver in many vital areas the country needs change in. One of the key areas was the healthcare sector, as if Buhari really understood that. He was said to have at one time stopped top government officials from traveling abroad for medical care and insisted that they should use the National Hospital and other hospitals in Nigeria. Nigerians applauded that move then and hoped that the president would live by example. Alas, that was only a charade. That directive was not duly implemented by Buhari's government. Unfortunately enough, Buhari himself and his family were among the first elites in Nigeria to observe that directive in breach. What do you expect? What do you expect then? Ministers, senators, governors, and other top government officials then followed suit and things went back to business as usual. Nigerian protests against Buhari's in London. Now, after almost six in power, the waiting and hoping that Buhari will work wonders have been met with both disappointment and disillusionment. Nigeria can no longer wait on Buhari. They believe that 6 years was long enough for Buhari to have revived the existing hospital in Nigeria and even build new ones that will meet the global standard if he had such plan. They believe that if Buhari means well for Nigerians as he claims, then he has no excuse not to have revived the existing hospitals in Nigeria and build new ones to global standard that he and his family can also use. If Buhari had done that, he, his family, and other top government officials will have no need to travel abroad for medical care. But Buhari failed in his aspect and in many other aspects. If he had not delivered in 6 years, what will he deliver? He has barely 2 years left, and 2023 politics will kick off from next year. By then, no much can be done. by his administration, since it will be getting ready to leave power. That was why a former aide to ex-President Goodluck Jonathan and many others stormed London to make their grievances known through the harass Buhari out of London protest. They expressed their disappointment that after almost 6 years in power, Buhari could have built a good healthcare system for Nigerians, but because Buhari values his life most, he preferred to fly to London to receive quality healthcare, which millions of poor Nigerians cannot afford. They insist that Buhari should come home and enjoy the kind of hospital he has for other Nigerians, and not come to London to receive quality medical attention, while millions of Nigerians suffer the poor healthcare system he left for them after 6 years of being in the power so far. Nigerians people, reacting to this behavior of Mr. President, I believe that everything every human being does is intentional. Even though somebody is making mistake, there are others who will correct him. But could your president take correction? Somebody has been in power for 6 years, but yet there is no infrastructure he has put in place for the citizen to enjoy. What social amenities has he put in place? No good school, no hospital, no good road, even the banking system, the way banking system are billing the customers, nobody to cry to. So, what has the president does since he came to power if he had the Nigerians at heart? So I want to say here that any leader that have the fear of God and also the care of his people will use the national fund to build infrastructure. Instead, the president begin to use the national fund to do some other things that will bring woe and crisis to the country. Let me tell us something. All the disaster that has been happening in this country, it is the leaders of this country that sponsor them, we know. So this time around, I believe that it will overpower them by the grace of God. I believe, like I said the other day, whatever somebody is doing, one day the table will overturn. But I want to agree with myself and other colleagues in Nigeria that let us continue to pray that one day the table will overturn, and it's almost at hand.